a row. How long's it been now? Let me have a look at my watch. What's the date today? 23rd. It's nearly 2 months of living on the road, on the move. And, well, nice of the government to close everything down, meaning that I haven't been able to have a shower now for about 23 days. It's amazing what you can do with a cold bucket. Quite often when I pull up, and I haven't really sorted everything out yet, plus the switch, I don't know if I can reach that from inside. This is how busy I've been. I've yet to really systematize my way of living, and yet at the same time I am adjusting. So quite often when I come out at night, I can see the stars, and there is that lingering presence of the trees, and each area I move into or away from, there's a particular vibe. Now, obviously, this is my my working area. It covers quite a wide range, and it's all pretty much in the countryside towns. And I always used to feel like a bit of a stranger. And what's happened is that since I've been sleeping in these locations, I feel like I've become a resident, almost as if the spirit of place has kind of accepted me in. Very peculiar feeling, actually. But technically I don't have a home, obviously, unless you want to say this van is my home, which she is. But in reality, I always regard Bluebell Hill as home, and it's never long before I'm back there. And when I'm away from Bluebell Hill, I miss that general region. I miss the connection I have there. And when I roll in, you see, it's very peculiar because through the consistent practice, one's instincts, one's abilities are enhanced, and one's intuition starts to take on a new level of intensity. I feel a new force growing within me, and this becomes intensified upon my arrival back to Bluebell Hill every few days. And the same feeling in the air when I'm standing at the stones, I noticed in the church in a different location. That same ancient ineffable dark quality. So it would be wrong to say that one doesn't have a home, because I'm starting to develop an intuition that although one may be centered in a particular area, this whole country has a kind of soul, a kind of heartbeat, a kind of macro spirit of place. And I happen to have come into contact with one particular aspect of that. Interconnecting relationship. You see, what am I getting at here? When I was in meditation earlier today, I felt like the place that I was in, I could feel the similarity between there and Bluebell Hill, and the underlying feeling of sorrow and agitation at the disharmony of the modern world. I mean, this obviously goes way back to the the Roman invasion, and it kind of just gets worse from that point on. But that isn't to say that there isn't something beautiful about the the churches, and one mustn't become partisan, because there are many similarities and truths and wonderful treasures to be found in all kinds of different traditions. Most of them, some of them are just batshit crazy, and some of them are more destructive than others. And it's usually people, though. It's not so much the it's usually in the interpretation, but not always. It's a mixed bag. It's difficult. But anyway, in this particular meditation, I could feel the idea of a network of interconnected holy places stretching across the entire island. And as this is an island, it's its personality, its spirit of place, has been sectioned off by the water, and was able to grow independently from Europe and the rest of the world in its own very unique way. I think there is something special about the British Isles, and so very tragic. But this will make sense more later on. I've already done one meditation session tonight, but I'm going to go and do another one, because I just feel that guilt that I'm not doing enough. And I feel very ambitious, actually, that I want to take advantage of my position. This connection that I'm feeling with nature. I'm hoping that it will give me a natural boost in that direction. I can't speak too much directly about the practice anymore for reasons that I explained before, but it tends to go rather well, but every now and then there's a particular stumbling block, an exercise, a challenge, a test that is so incredibly difficult, it just stretches out over weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And right now we're at the mother of all challenges. Literally, it's and I think somewhat purposefully, I feel that it's almost designed as if it's kind of smiling in the background. This is going to change your entire life. You're going to have to become more organized, more grown up. This can't be pulled off casually. And yes, through this consistent daily practice, this relationship, I have entirely lost my fear of the dark. And I'm not talking about that. I mean, for most adults, it's not as if that's a problem, but there's always that primal part of you that kicks off in the back of the mind. It's funny, it's vanished. I don't feel that there's anything to be afraid of. In fact, I associate it with home and safety. Right, let's get that cup of tea going. Mustn't be up too late tonight. I need my rest. Okay. Good night. Sleep tight.